Hi guys, and welcome back to Battlefield 1, and today I've done it a bit differently. I've squeezed together Test Flight and Total War, which are the first two missions from Friends in High Places, but I'll be back just after the cutscene.
I have nothing left to bet, you idiot.
The plane.
That's rich. Oh, why the hell not? I've got you beaten anyway.
Yeah.
What have you got? Wipe your mouth, Blackburn.
That wasn't supposed to happen. But you know, I'll be taking that plane anyway.
What the bloody hell? You lost! I beat you!
The thing is, Rackham, it's a very beautiful aeroplane, and you're kind of a jackass.
I beat you fair and square, goddammit! Stay the hell away from my kite! Oh, you bastard! You can't do this to me! I beat you! I beat you!
My name's Clyde Blackburn. I'm a pilot and a gambler.
I'm George Rackham! I'm George bloody Rackham! Listen to me! You bastard! Keep off my aeroplane!
If you asked me to name my biggest fault, I'd have to tell you. I'm just not a very honest person.
Welcome aboard! I'm Wilson, by the way. You must be George Rackham.
Sure, I'm Rackham. I'm your guy. Blood! Let's get this kite up in the air.
You're George Rackham, son of the 4th Earl of Windsor.
That's right. Hip hip Bean.
The Bristol was everything it was advertised to be. A pure joy to fly. It was a crisp, sunny day, and everything would have been perfect had I only been alone.
Hey back there! It's a great day for a picnic, don't you think?
Right, you see that plane up ahead? You need to catch up with it.
Right, so here we are, I think, above the French Alps. Alps, sorry. I'll let these two get it out of the way first.
You need to follow the route that plane is setting for you.
Okay, you're the boss, apparently.
Right, now what I've actually done,
Make turns.
because I'm not going to stop every time they talk, because otherwise I'll never get anything said. Yeah, what I've actually done with this one is, when I was watching the footage back, and I should have done this last week to be honest, but it completely slipped my mind. And then I was going to do it the other day, but then I wasn't very well, and yada yada yada, so I thought, do you know what, I need to do it, I need to get this video done. And watching the videos back for these first two missions, they were quite good fun doing them.
You having fun yet?
You know, I've got to admit that, you know, they looked fantastic, and they had a lot of atmosphere to them, especially the Total War part, but watching it was quite boring, and that's simply because you're just in the plane all the time. You're in the plane, and it's just a lot of flying around. You know what I mean? Just flying around, trying to catch up with the plane, shoot it down, and that's generally all it is. Shoot these planes down, shoot those planes down. There's bombers coming, shoot the planes down that are trying to shoot them down, and you know it did get a little bit boring to watch. Like I say, playing it was different because you're in the middle of it, everything's shooting at you, you know. and you're having to dodge planes and all sorts, you know, and it was very atmospheric, but not so much to watch it. So, and I mean, this bit you're just doing the training, so what I've done, I've basically edited it all together, made it into sort of a little mini movie, and otherwise it sort of would have been either a massively long video of, you know, me flying around, or it would have been a very short video showing the training bit, and then it would have been another video next week showing Total War. But I don't think it really needed it. It doesn't really show you a lot of the story. It's not like on the levels where you're on foot and there's a lot, you know, a lot more sort of going on. It just, I don't know, it was a bit lengthy. So that's why I've cut it down to what it is, to the more interesting bits, and, you know, the bits of, you know, with the story and that sort of thing. Now you're just getting picked up on the fact that you're supposed to be the whatever Earl of wherever it was, and yeah, you don't sound very English.
Jesus Christ! Germans! What do we do? What do you think? We shoot them down!
So yeah, that's why I've done it for, you know, this way this week, and, you know, you guys don't mind, and I just think it's, like I say, it's captured everything you needed to see. It's given you the essence of the story and basically what's going on at that moment, but without being really long and, I'll be honest, a little bit boring. You know, if I was a bit bored watching it, then you guys are probably going to be a bit bored watching it. So that's why I thought I'd do it this way and just capture, like I say, everything I really needed to. So this is test flight anyway, so basically it just teaches you how to fly the plane, how to use your rockets, how to use your guns, how to repair your plane, etc., which is, well, basically the same as when you're in a tank. Repair's the same, you know, guns work the same, just your rockets are slightly different, and that's it really. But it was quite nice, and again it looks absolutely stunning. And the next bit, Total War as well, like I say, very atmospheric and looks fantastic. And I've nearly finished the story of this actually now. I've not got too much more to go, and I've been, you know, recording all the footage for these videos. And I want to try and get sort of up through the ranks in the multiplayer before I finish posting the story videos, so that I've actually got something, again, a bit more interesting to show you. Although I think I will start recording the footage, even going through the lower ranks, because sometimes down there it can be quite amusing, because you've just got rubbish guns and going up against people that, well, really don't. So yeah, I will carry on with that. And obviously I'm a complete and utter noob to the multiplayer on Battlefield 1, because I've not played Battlefield multiplayer since Battlefield 4 came out. I did play, played the multiplayer on Battlefield 4. I did play Battlefield Hardline, but only single player. I didn't really play any multiplayer. In fact, I don't think I played any at all. Now, I've got rid of one group of fighters, and we've got another lot coming in now. And this is basically what it was like on Total War. It was just sort of wave after wave. You'd have fighters come in, then you've got to take out some trucks, I think, etc. And then bombers come in, protect them, kill the fighters, protect more bombers, etc. And it was sort of, like I say, just sort of wave after wave almost, rather than progressing through the level, you know, finding the multiple routes and whatever, which I find a lot more interesting. I don't know about you guys. Although there are some sort of close calls on this and some quite interesting bits, and I like the way that when you're shooting at the enemy planes and they've got the smoke trail coming off and you fly close to it, you have the little bits of debris sort of hitting your plane, and you get oil and sort of smoke gathering on your screen. It does sort of draw you in more with particle effects like that, sort of, you know, well, like I say, the bits that appear on the screen as well. Now at the moment, the Battlefield story will all be recorded, edited and uploaded from my PlayStation still. I'm using my new microphone, my Blue Snowball mic. But yeah, the story mode will be. The multiplayer I will record with my new setup, so the quality will be slightly better than this. The sound quality should be about the same, obviously, same microphone. But with Battlefield, I just find it a bit easier at the minute, and it's a bit better for space. I've almost filled my laptop hard drive. I've got a portable hard drive as well, so Yeah, I think it's a bit easier for space doing it on here at the minute. Is this the last guy?
Another one down.
It looks like it might have been. We've got another way. Oh no.
That way. And we're going after him.
No, we've got one running away.
What are you doing? We should turn back.
Ah, to hell with base.
Pull up! Pull up!
Take cover! Whoa, look at that! You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Let's get these pictures back to base immediately!
All right.
That's how we accidentally discovered where Germans were keeping their munitions for half the Western Front. And Wilson's pictures would help HQ launch a major assault. There was just one problem.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh, come on. We did a great thing. We'll get medals for this.
We weren't even supposed to be there.
When the commander sees these pictures, he won't care. We did a great thing. We can do it again.
I'll make you a deal. If we pile up on this, then you need to promise me that you'll get me back in one piece.
Sure thing.
Promise. I need your word.
Okay, I promise.
Stay here. And don't cause any trouble.
You know, I did like the guy. But he was kind of naive.
Sir, you might want to take a look at these.
Saints alive, your man must be
One hell of a pilot. Before we knew it, we were back in the air. Our mission? To clear the way for the bombers so they could blow that fortress all to hell. First, we'd have to down the barrage blimps. Jesus, imagine being a lookout on a blimp. Bad luck, Fritz. Next, we'd have to deal with their anti-aircraft trucks. The assault was already in full swing when we got there. We'd have to deal with all those defenses, then escort our bombers to their target when they arrived. Tall order. But victory here could change the course of the whole damn war, they said. Safe to say, Wilson was less than thrilled.
Now we're actually doing this. It feels really dangerous.
Trust me. And buckle yourself in, maybe.
Down those blimps. Clear the way for our bombers.
Easy enough. Watch
Right, so here we are. This is the total war level, and again, like I say, it looks fantastic. It really captures that feel of no man's land.
Get carried away.
With the craters everywhere, you know, full of water. The whole place just looks completely impassable, and of course it was. You know, it was kind of a different style of warfare altogether. Previously, you know, we were used to charging on horseback, etc. You know, meeting at certain places and, you know, having a charge and everything else. But obviously with the advent of guns, with the advent of bigger artillery, and they didn't quite understand it. You know, they dug the trenches and they basically bombed the crap out of no man's land, the area in between the trenches, you know, and turned it into such a quagmire that when the order to go over the top was given, the guys couldn't get anywhere. You know, they couldn't get through it. It was just a mess of mud and barbed wire and debris. So, yeah, very different to anything sort of known in the past.
I see them.
Let's put them out of action. Quick.
Now, I've shot down the blimps. Now I think I've got to take out some, AA trucks. This is where your rockets come in, and this is where I find out that, well, planes kind of defy the laws of physics in this game. So I did bounce off a building, almost come to a dead halt in the air, and carried on. Which, you know, it's a fantastic game. They've got a hell of a lot of stuff right, but there's just some things they can't quite get right. I'd have almost been happier if my plane would have exploded, you know, ripped a wing off. That's it, I'm down. Right, only got a couple more to take out. Oh, got one of them. Oh, did I get them both? I got a little bit distracted and went after some planes instead. Yeah, that happened a lot on this bit, which is possibly why it was quite long and needed cutting down, because instead of getting on with the objectives, it's like, no, I'm going to fly about a bit and dogfight. So yeah, I did get a bit carried away. And I just could not get that little sod. Is that him? Come on. It is nice that you can repair your plane while flying. You know, that is a bit of a nice touch, and you know, it come in handy on the multiplayer as long as you can get a bit of a respite from getting shot at. You know, maybe get out of the way a little bit. Did I ever actually shoot him down? Oh, yep, I think he did. He blew up in the end. That's the last of the AA trucks, so I did get back to the objective eventually.
Bombers are here.
Follow the bomber formation in! Keep those fighters off them!
Piece of cake, Wilson.
And this is where the bombers come in, and basically they're going to be trying to drop bombs on that huge fortress in the distance, and I've got to keep the fighters off the back, along with the other allied planes that are in the air. And again, it was pretty much, you know, it was more of the same, and it does sound boring. It's not when you're playing it, but it was to watch, like I said before. And it does when you sort of say, yeah, you know, yeah, just wave of fighter comes in, shoot them, protect the bombers, wave of fighters, protect the bombers. You know, it does sounds a bit repetitive, but trust me, if you've not played it yet and you like your Battlefield games, and even if you like your Call of Duties, give it a try. It's just something different to Call of Duty. I was talking about the multiplayers, you know, on both of the games earlier on, and you know, Call of Duty, it's that fast-paced, smaller levels, you're on top of each other, you know, high kill sort of thing, and Battlefield, you know, it's more open, you've got a bit more choice and strategy. I just find that with Call of Duty, I don't really play the multiplayer on it, but I was playing it at my brother-in-law's the other day, and it, you know, people just tend to run about a lot, basically run around a corner, bang, 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 you're dead. You know, and I'm not putting it down, don't get me wrong, I'm not ragging on Call of Duty or anything like that, or the people that play it, you know, people like different games. But I do prefer the multiplayer play style of the Battlefield games rather than the Call of Duty games. Which is why I don't mind the Titanfall multiplayer, but I feel that it is very, very similar to the Call of Duty multiplayer, and I'm not as keen on it. It's alright, but I'm not as keen. And I think this is basically the end of the mission, so that's about it really. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's video. Like I said, I did cut it down a little bit, but I just felt that it needed it, and I'll be back tomorrow with a World of Tanks video. I'm not entirely sure what that will be yet, and hopefully I've figured out how for people to get subscriber videos to me, but I'll leave you with this, and as always, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.